Hey, it's Mark Maupin with National Real Estate Investors Network. Listen, we're here on the east side of Detroit. I got one of the most knowledgeable guys I know. He's the go-to guy when it comes to rehabs and find, fix, and flip. There's nobody better. It's Darrick Scruggs. And he's going to walk us through a house he just rehabbed, and he's going to talk about what you want to look for when you're buying a house and that. Let's scan the neighborhood just a little bit to see the area where we're at. Darrick, what's our price for these properties? This house would go for around retail $130, $140. So I'm going to turn this over to Darrick, and he's going to give us a tour of what to do in this business.
Well, the main thing you want to do is, first thing is always cosmetic appeal. If you can make the house look good on the outside, if you look at it, we got new windows, we got new siding, we got a brand new door. That doesn't seem like it makes a big difference, but the fact is most of your buyers, when they come to retail, it's going to be a family or it's going to be a young lady. So the fact is they're going to be visual by nature. So we spend a lot of time, energy to make sure that the front looks good, because that's the first thing they see. So what we want to do is make sure everything is color coordinated, new windows, new door, nice little front light or whatever it is. Okay, the house it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, basically bungalow. Nice large living space. Basically we did an open concept, so basically that's a new thing. We have recessed lights in there. So what we do is we try to transfer the old into something new. So we modify the house. So a house that's built in 1940, we try to give it a 2020 updated appeal. Now, what we try to do is the fact is, if you look at it, you want to make the house as appealing as possible. So now you got a nice big driveway. So the fact is you can put multiple cars. New windows, like we said, brand new siding on there. We put siding on the garage. It's a nice 2-car garage that's perfect for a big family that got multiple cars. In the wintertime in Detroit, of course, everybody want to have that. So it gives you more of a retail value. People don't realize, people got to store stuff in the wintertime or store their supplies. So the fact is, we try to make sure that most of our houses have a garage. Nice floodlight, new electrical box, everything in there. So the main things you want to do is make sure everything is updated. Nice 2-car garage, like I said, new garage door, brand new siding all the way around. As you see, new windows in the back, new doors in the back. You can't see it in this particular situation, but it's a brand new roof on here too as well, new gutters. As you can see, we have a nice, spacious living room, and you see we got 8 recessed lights. That's how we marry the old with the new, because most of these older houses in Detroit that was built in 1930, 1940, they don't have any lights in the front room. So now it's a nice added appeal. If you look at it, we put nice decorative tiles on the fireplace. And what we do that's a little different is we try to pre-stage a little bit, and that staging gives people the visualization of what can be put into the house. So as you see, got a little sofa, some little end tables, nice little mirror right there. That actually gives the perspective of buyer appeal of what they can put into the house and what it's going to look like when it's in here. As you see, this open concept. You can't see it now, but when we first started, it was a big wall right here. You open the wall up, and that gives it that open concept. So when you turn the corner coming from the living room, now your dining room and kitchen is all one. So the fact is now people want to be interconnected, and that's what we do. As you see, we added another 5 recessed lights. Like I said, open concept, granite countertops, dishwasher, built-in microwave, ceramic tile floors. These are things that gives you the added benefit of that home appeal. Like I said, we have a pre-stage with a nice dining room set. As you see in this house, basically have a nice pantry, closet that's on the first floor. People can store a lot of stuff in that particular situation. That leads to your bathroom on the first floor. We have everything color coordinated. What we did was, if you look at it, we take the tile halfway up. That give it more of that finished custom look that what most houses don't have. Nice custom light. Those are situations you're looking for to be able to create that finished look that people need. Like I said, now you got a 1-bedroom. Now you got the full first floor bedroom. Nice multiple windows. Whatever it is, we put in all new windows. Nice custom light. What people don't take into consideration is they got different style doors. These are what we use, the 2-panel doors. It's another thing in these houses that we really like, the old lower. You got 2 big bedrooms over here. So if you look at this is the second floor. If you look at it, it's 2 big bedrooms. Like I said, so now this could be the master bedroom, or it could be a nice kids room. Nice walk-in closet almost. Front picture window that you can look out of for the front of the house or whatever it is. Then we lead to the second bedroom on the first floor. On the second floor. Nice bedroom on the windows, nice color coded with 2-panel doors. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go walk down the aisle. This house is unique in the sense that it got two accesses to the second floor. We can come through the front or we can come through the back. And then this is our nice finished bathroom. We normally put like a little Bluetooth fan in here, just give it a little custom. We try to make everything uniform. What happens is the more you can finish the property, the easier it is for you to sell.
Hey, Darrick, I don't even know if you're doing this today, but I know you know what you're doing, and I know that you supervise jobs for people. You run the crews and that. So if there's an investor watching this and they're interested in hiring you, are you open to that?
Yes, I'm open to that, because what I see is that a lot of times it's the difference between somebody succeeding and failing in this business is just putting together a good plan. And what I mean by plan is they need a good scope of work, because what you don't see can hurt you, because that's the main thing a lot of times investors make mistakes, is the fact that they underestimate the rehab. There's going to be a lot of unknown items in there, so you need to make sure you put a 10 or 15% variance in there. So if your budget is 50, it may end up being 55 to 56, because the fact is a lot of these houses are going to be basically sight unseen, or the fact is, well, your electrical not on, your plumbing not on, so you're going to run into a lot of different issues. So what we do is we try to come in and give you all the what ifs. It's good if you don't go through it, but the fact is that's the main thing. Then you want to put timelines together. So it's going to be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, because every day that you are basically taking that, it's going to have a certain cost to it, because you got utility issues, you got water bills, you got taxes, you got insurance. All these things start adding up, and that's the difference between being profitable or losing money. So if you give me a call, I can basically help guide you through the process. I don't need to actually do the rehab, but what I can do is help you, assist you, look at the budget, go do a walkthrough to make sure everything meets the criteria. I can give you the after repair value, say, okay, look, this is what's really the price is going to be, and this is what you need to be in there. Because sometimes saying no can help you out.
Yeah. And then if I wanted you to do the whole thing, would you do that?
Yeah, that's on a case-to-case basis.
Yeah, okay. All right. That's outstanding.
Now, this is not what we consider a completely finished basement, but what it is what we consider a partially finished basement. We blacktop the ceiling, and what we do is we put in 6 to 8 recessed light. So now you can come in, and the fact is, instead of having to worry about your electrical, worry about lighting, everything is updated. The thing is, what you want to do is look at all the situations coming in. We paint the floor gray, so in case, let's say at a later time you want to come in and you want to basically put a tile on here or whatever it is, you got that choice of whatever it is. Put in brand new glass blocks, got your vents for your washer, dryer, and then the fact is your regulation vents.
We just did a house tour, and a house he just totally rehabbed, did an extraordinary job. He's a monumental expert at this, so I'm going to ask him to do maybe like 5 minutes worth of tips if you're a new investor. First of all, if I was a brand new investor doing my first one, I'd hire somebody like Darrick to go in and work up everything and tell me what to do. But if you'd like not to do that, could you just like give us some tips on getting started on a rehab?
I always tell people, in this business, it's all about education, because what happens is what you don't know can't hurt you. So how I learned a lot of situations, I started going to real estate investor groups. I started the association, because association is the biggest level of success I've had, because the fact is a lot of things I just didn't know I was able to find when I went to the association. I was able to find, how do I find my first property? You can go to Realtor, you can go to Realtor.com, Zillow, places like that, but that's not actually the best place to find your first house, because a lot of times once it goes on the market, it's too much. What you want to do is find that insider deal. You want to find that deal that nobody knows about it, but the fact is these investor groups. So that's the one thing I would tell people first, is to associate with people that's in the business. Then second thing is this: figure out what area you want to be in. Are you looking for a single family? Are you looking for a multifamily? Me personally, when you first getting started, the numbers are a lot less difficult to deal with on a single family. So you may want to start with a single family. Figure out what your max budget can be. Are you working with cash? Are you working with credit? These are things you want to do. Another thing is this: make sure that when you get ready to buy, make sure that you're ready, because you can turn off a lot of potential deals by not having the funds. Because saying yes and then not being able to close, you can build a bad reputation. And the reason why I know that is because when I first got started, I didn't know what I knew now. So the fact is, I would go out and make all these blind bids, and the fact is, then someone will come back and say, hey, look, I'm ready to close. Okay, well, guess what? I don't have the money. So make sure that whatever you're working into your budget. Start small.
He's going to give us 5 must-do tips if you're going to get into this business where you're finding something, fixing it up, either renting it or flipping it.
These are 5 things I wish I knew when I first got started. First thing I wish I knew was the fact that I knew that I didn't know. What I mean by that is, I thought I knew more than what I didn't know. So what happened was every time I made a mistake, it cost me dearly. So what I always tell people is, first thing is this: take your time. It's not a rush. People are always in a rush, and don't compare yourself. The only person you're competing with are yourself. So the fact is, figure out what you want to do. If you, let's say, for example, 2021, your first goal is in the first 6 months of the year, you want to get your first house. Well, first of all, you want to identify the area, and you want to identify the price that you can deal with. Then once you figure that out, is figure out how you're going to pay for it. And what I mean by that is, will it be cash? Will it be credit? That's number one. Number two is, can you do rehab? Have you did rehab before? Watching TV and watching videos and watching YouTube videos is completely different, because that timeline starts to eat you up. I said it in the previous situation. Every day that you're doing a rehab is a cost. Now, whether it's your own money or somebody else's borrowed money, it's a cost associated with it. You have to see, the fact is, can you get this job done in a 90 to 120 day period of time? And the way you do that is you have to basically create a scope of work and a timeline. And what I mean by that is, okay, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna do all my exterior demo today. I'm gonna do all my electrical, I'm gonna do all my plumbing. Let's put together a game plan for you would know what your contractors are expecting. That's number two. Number three is, the fact is, what time do you have to be able to oversee? I have an old saying, trust but verify. And what I mean by that is, pictures can lie. So you get a lot of contractors send you pictures of stuff that look completed, but it really is not. So what I always tell people, when you first get started, trust but verify. Now, if you can't do it yourself, you might want to pay an inspector to come look at everything before your drawers get pulled. What I mean by that is, you can hire a private inspector to come in, and he can basically look at everything before you actually pay. And the reason why I say that is because what you think was done, if it's not done, it can cost you, and it put it out of line. And then, let's say, for example, you're supposed to do your electrical before you did your plumbing, before you put your cabinets in. Now, if you didn't do that, now it's going to be additional cost and time. So what you want to do is have somebody that's experienced on your team, and it may eat into your profit. You may not have the money, so maybe give them a percentage of the deal. That's the situations I've learned over a period of time is, associate with people who know more than you. Try to start going to real estate association. Right now, I know it's a lot of situations with COVID you can't get into, but they got online videos. They got situations that you can go and figure out. If you must, then you can watch a lot of videos on YouTube just to get yourself familiar with the situation. And the last thing is this: figure out what your game plan is. Are you looking for a flip, or are you looking for a rental? There's two different renovations. When you flip, the fact that you want to basically have something where the fact is have a higher end and more cosmetic appeal. A rental, you want to make it functional, you want to make it nice, but the fact is your budget. It's hard to marry the two together. If you want to flip, then the fact is that's your goal. But if you're gonna do a rental, make sure you clear in that particular situation, because what happens is, when you're trying to do the two, when you try to get ready to sell it, you put different cabinets, you put different finishes in there, and then what happens is it doesn't sell. So make sure you clear in what your exit strategy is. And that's what I mean by that. Your exit strategy is the first thing you need to develop. Will it be a long-term flip? Will it be, a short-term flip, or will it be a long-term rental? Those two things need to be identified first. Then, are you trying to do this for an extended period of time? Are you trying to build up a cash flow system? Or are you trying to build up what we call a chunker series, where the fact is you buy, fix, and flip, and then you take that chunk and reinvest? Figure out what the strategies are. And if you need to contact me or get some information to me and have some additional questions, please email me at darrickhscruggs@gmail.com. My phone number is 248-910-5154. Now, if you call me, most of the time I really won't answer because I'm extremely busy, but if you text me, I'm pretty quick at responding. If you email me, I'm pretty quick at responding that way, because a lot of numbers call, I have no idea where they're coming from. So the fact that if you email or text, that's probably the best way to get a response. Just say you saw it on Maupin video, and the fact is I know the fact is it's a priority.